Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Houston Rockets beat the New Orleans Pelicans 109-97, and the Rockets able to get rid of a terrible 8-game road streak. You guys want to know the last time the Rockets won a game on the road? It was at the end of January, and the Rockets went through that road trip, that 3-game road trip. That was an absolutely amazing road trip where they beat Cleveland in Cleveland, won in Boston, and then on a second night of the back-to-back, the Rockets were able to go and beat Atlanta, even though you could tell they were like exhausted, and still won Atlanta. There was a three straight wins against solid Eastern Conference teams. Two amazing Eastern Conference teams. The Hawks are solid. That was the last time the Rockets won three. That was the last time the Rockets won three straight in a row on the road. That is nuts. Now, what's crazy is since they're 1-8 in the last couple of road games, their road record now is 18-15. And if you look after that Hawks win for the Rockets, after they beat the Atlanta Hawks and beat Boston and Cleveland, their road record was 17. It was 17-7 after that Atlanta game. And now it's gotten to the point where it's 18-15. So you're glad. I'm glad. I think all Rockets fans are glad that the Rockets are able to snap that road streak and get a win tonight in New Orleans, 109-97, especially without Fred VanVleet, who's played well against this New Orleans team this season. All right, let's get into it. Rockets win 109-97. We started with Jalen Green. Him struggling tonight. 9 points, 8 assists, 3 for 10, 2 for 7 from 3. This came to a surprise for me. I know Green has been struggling his last couple games, but Jalen Green has killed the Pelicans this season. There have been times this season where Jalen Green is going through a cold streak, and then he plays the Pelicans, and then he gets hot. The Rockets played the Pelicans on twice in December, on the 19th and the 26th, and Jalen Green went off on both matchups, scoring 30 and 34, and just really two solid games for Jalen Green against New Orleans. And I would say, look, tonight he did a great job with facilitating, picked up 8 assists tonight, which was great, something you need to see from Jalen with no Fred in the lineup. But his shooting was horrendous tonight. It's something I didn't expect for him tonight with having his what he's done against his Pelicans team this year. 3 for 10 tonight for Jalen Green, 2 for 7 from 3. All right, Alperen Sengun was amazing, though, for the Rockets in this game. 22 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. I think all of us have been a little upset this year about how there have been some unfortunate bad shooting shots for him this year where his shooting touch is not perfect and, he has easy shots that should be going in. There weren't many shots that weren't going in for Alperen Sengun in this game tonight. 11 for 14. He only missed 3 shots in this game, so tremendous night for Alperen Sengun. 22 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, 1 block. Before this game tonight, he came into the building averaging 17, 11, and 7 against this Pelicans team in his 2 matchups against them. Now, the rebounds were a little bit down since the 2 previous games against this Pelicans team, he put up 13 rebounds and 9 rebounds. But I think a big factor in this game, which I would also like to note, is that this is the first time the Rockets are playing the Pelicans where they have Zion Williamson and Kelly Olynyk in the lineup. That's a tough match. That's a tough lineup to face. I know the Rockets have a lot of size. You have Sengun, you have Tari, and you have them in your own lineup. But facing Misi, who's a really solid rookie, and Zion and Kelly Olynyk, I mean, you could arguably put, I don't suggest this, but you could arguably put Zion at center. He's playing at the 3. Kelly Olynyk is basically a center, but he's playing at the 4, and Misi's a center, and he's playing at the 5. And then you got Trey Murphy and CJ McCollum at the 1 and 2. So I know this Pelicans team record-wise, they aren't good, but it's a terrible size matchup for a team to go up against. So that's a big reason why I think Alperen Sengun's rebounds were down tonight compared to other games against the Pelicans. I mean, the Rockets have not faced Zion this season because in the 2 wins the Rockets have against the Pelicans this year on the 19th and the 26th of December, Zion was not on the floor, and neither was Kelly Olynyk because he wasn't a Pelican yet. He was still in Toronto. I think that's a big reason why his assists were down tonight, but still put up 22 points and 8 assists, and an amazing night for Alperen Sengun. For Dylan Brooks, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 for 9 from the floor. Let's get to Amen Thompson, who was amazing tonight, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists for him, 10 for 13, just like Sengun. He only missed 3 shots. Tari Eason was terrific as well, 20 points, a game high for both teams, 5 steals. I mean, he had more than half of the steals that the Pelicans as a team had tonight. Pelicans as a team had 9. Tari had 5. And he shot 7 for 14, 4 for 8 from 3, was the best three-point shooter on the floor for the Rockets. He had half the Rockets' threes tonight. Big struggle from threes for the Rockets in this game as they shot 9 for 29, and Tari hit 4 of those, shooting 50%. All right, and that does it for the Rockets starters. Off the bench, Jabari was great for the most part, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Look, he should have kept shooting jumpers, shooting jumpers that were 2-point jumpers and going into the paint, because Jabari hit 2 threes, was 2 for 8 from 3 in this game tonight, 6 for 13 from the floor, which means he shot 4 for 5 outside of his 3-point attempts. He should have shot other shots in this game. Would have been a much more efficient night for Jabari Smith Jr. in this one. But still 16 and 5 for Bari. Steven Adams had 3 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Really good all-around game for Steven Adams against his former team. We saw how well the double big lineup worked for the Rockets against Indiana with Adams and Sengun. Honestly, I only really watched the second half of this game because I was not home for the first half. What I saw in the second half, we didn't see the double big lineup in this one. It seems that Ime really only goes to that double big lineup when it's 100% needed, but Adams still played 19 minutes tonight. So, good night for Steven Adams. All right, Jabari, I already went over Jabari, Steven Adams. Reed Shepherd had 2 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 for 5 from the floor. Jeff Green played 5 minutes, 1 for 1, 2 points, 1 steal, 1 block. No Cam Whitmore, Jashawn Tate, no Cam Whitmore, Jason Tate, Jock Landale, Aaron Holiday, or Nate Williams, all DNPs in this one. And, of course, Fred is dealing with his ankle injury. Zion, 20 points, 10 rebounds. He's never had a game against this Rockets team where he doesn't have 20 or more points. 26 points for Trey Murphy, the third. One of my favorite Rockets of all time, Kelly Olynyk. I think there are a lot of Rockets that are over him on my list. But the reason I love Kelly Olynyk is because in the 2020-21 season, which was the first Rocket season I ever watched where it was bad basketball, when the Rockets traded for him and gave up Victor Oladipo and sent him to Miami, just to me, really, I'm just going to be honest, that watching him in a Rockets uniform, it made watching that 2020-21 team made a little bit fun. That was such a bad year, and one of the guys I really loved watching that year in a Rockets uniform, I'll be honest, it was a short-lived Rockets tenure, but one of the guys I loved watching on that team is a former Pelican, Boogie Cousins. I loved watching in a Rockets uniform. But that was such a down season, and getting to watch Kelly Olynyk ball out like he did with the Rockets at the end of the season, it was so fun to watch. And I've loved watching Kelly Olynyk ever since then. And the thing I hate the most is that he, since then, since the Rockets traded for him, he has not played for a playoff team. He's gone around from bad team to bad team, and he was always on a good team before the Rockets, and then that's changed since then. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts on this Rockets 109-97 win. This was a tough start for the Rockets in this game, starting off down 11, but then they turned things around and eventually built their own double-digit lead in this one. Let me know your thoughts on this Rockets 109-97 win in the comment section. Peace out. Go Rockets.